something happened and we were not live. And I think that's because last week I had to log in as you, Jeff. So I just got an alert. So we may have to reboot the last.
No, we're live now, so it's all good. So let's kick it off. Welcome to $10,000 Thursday with my boy Doc Brannigan and the Honorable Casey Ashmore. We're going to try this again. Hey, we're all running a little bit late today because we were out supporting the Terry Fisher American Legion Post 117 annual Legion Golf Tournament, which directly benefits scholarships to local Rockwall veteran children. So if you are a veteran and you're interested in hanging with like-minded people, the whole purpose of our Legion is to give back to the community. So that's another topic for another day, but that's where we're at, and that's why we're a little bit scattered today because we're all just kind of showing up.
It was a great day. It started off on building relationships and with the American Legion, getting out there, shaking hands. And it was just a great day for everybody that's part of the veteran populace and the patriot populace here in Rockwall County.
So I don't know if the live started. I don't know if we're repeating ourselves, but we'll just go ahead and do this. We're going to spotlight our member of the week, and that is going to be Chad Jackman with Blue Fox Growth Solutions. He specializes in anything marketing, branding, awareness. So if your business is looking for somebody to help take them to the next level, we've talked about branding a few different times within this 27-week series or whatever it may be. And you know how important it is. So you need to have somebody that's on your team that can help you, if you can't do it, get to the next level with your branding. So Chad, thank you. He's also a 20-year Army veteran. We won't hold the Army part against him, but we love you, brother. We appreciate your service. And we appreciate being a part of the RVBA. So
absolutely.
We're going to kick this off, and I'm going to hand it over to the guys so I can fill in the member spotlight stuff. We collectively have been talking about going from good to great. And I think tonight what we're going to try to do is we're not going to rehash a lot of what we talked about because the video and the content's there. But what we're going to talk about and our focus tonight is going to be okay, we've discussed how to go from good to great. Now let's discuss how we can crush Q4 and really stay on top of it. So, boys, I'll hand it over to y'all for a couple minutes.
Well, just like Jeff stated, we're moving into the final quarter of 2020. We can't get out of this year quick enough. You guys all know what we're talking about. So if we're going to be going through and pushing through hard, let's go ahead and set up a plan that's going to launch you into 2021 with a whole new mindset, a whole different way of thinking, being able to deal with the chaos that's going to be coming around the corner. So today we did that by building relationships with our local community. We're going to be touching on some really great topics this evening. And we look forward to it. It's going to be a great year. We're going to be able to push this strong. Casey, how are you doing?
Man, I am really blessed. I'm sure.
Can we get some more volume out of you, Casey?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Talk about it for 1 second. I want to talk about Chad Jackman. Okay? If you're not an expert in Facebook, who here is an expert in Facebook? Probably your kid. If you're not an expert in Instagram, TikTok, SEO, blah, blah, blah. I can't even say all the social media apps that there are. I barely can use any of them. So here's what you need to know is that you need to leverage. You need to multiply yourself. You need to engage somebody who can take that off your plate. You give your time. Jeff, what do you do best? Social media ain't it, I promise you. I know you think you're good at it, but leverage that out. So you can do it. So you can focus on what you do best. So Chad Jackman, Blue Fox, I'm going to give a big shout out. My dad was in the United States Army, so a special place in my heart. Thanks for serving in the United States Army and, all your employments and everything you've done for our community. I'm doing great and I'm doing blessed. And, one thing that I think that has been lacking since the superhero series is we are engaging, but we are not as exciting as we were. So we're going to bring a little bit of volume, and there's a reason for that. It's not just because we like to yell because we were in the military. Get up! Get down! Right? We heard that all through boot camp, right? Give me 60 push-ups! Give me push-ups till I get tired! That is not the purpose of that. The reason why your drill instructors did that to you, and for Patriots, anytime your high school coach or your volleyball coach or whoever, the reason why they use volume to help you remember something, right? Because if you're excited, it's going to imprint on your mind, on your heart. It's going to be something you're going to be able to come back to. So one of the things we're talking about today in preparing for quarter 4 is not just the blessings and the gratitude that we have, right? Like, how am I doing? I'm so good. If I was any better, I'd be twins. I'm so good. If I was any better, I'd be twins. But I got 3 brothers sitting right here. It almost looks like the triplets, right? You know, and we probably look like Daryl, his other brother Daryl, and his other brother Daryl. But here, you know, here's the thing. We're talking about how to level up for quarter 4 because today is the first day of quarter 4. And the first thing on our agenda, but not the last thing, but it's certainly one of the biggest things, and it's something we talked about from the beginning of this video series, it is distractions. How do you fight distractions? So I'm gonna hand that back, I'm gonna hand that football off to you guys, and I want to hear how you gentlemen, you know, everything you've learned and everything you've developed in all these years of business development, how do you handle distractions? Because they're everywhere.
Well, here's the first thing. You know, when you think distractions, you know, you've heard us say this in the past. We like to call what our lives structured chaos, right? We've used that term a lot, and it's a real doggone truth to it because, you know, it's very easy as a small business owner to get distracted. You know, with Q4 coming up, we got holidays, we got vacations, we got, you know, crazy end of the year meetings, all kinds of things like that. So, you know, distractions are not always a bad thing. What I like to do in my personal business is I like to allocate proper time for certain tasks. So if I know that I have 5 tasks to do, am I going to try to do all 5 of those at once, Doc? Or are we going to try to break those up into segments so we have 20 minutes where we're just laser focused on that, right?
Absolutely. We want to be able to stay focused. We want to be able to recognize our distractions. We want to be able, I'm the world's worst. If you see something that's shiny object, my focus can be taken away and I can become distracted. And you're absolutely right. How many distractions are being thrown at us right now in the year 2020? From doggone the election to the COVID to the riots to you name it, it's been brought up. Not only I've met people that have started a business in 2020. Imagine the amount of distractions that they've had to overcome and see. So being able to recognize those distractions and then providing a solid solution to be able to prevent those distractions from taking away from your focus. And that's what we really want to hone in on, is to be able to focus in on closing out 2020 to the best of our ability by eliminating the unnecessary distractions. And that's done by creating a viable plan for the next 90 days, working backwards to right now, focusing on today, tomorrow, that's going to help us close the year out like fucking champions.
Well, I mean, when you talk distractions, Casey, you come to mind because you don't just have 10 clients, right? You may have those 10 clients with 5 different judges, with different council members, with also opposing council members, family members. I can see how it would be extremely easy for you to get distracted. So take us through a day in the life of a morning where you're preparing for multiple cases or something we can give to our viewers to say, hey, this may not be the same thing for your business, but this is a tool that you could use.
Well, I'll tell you, and I've told you before, and I know some people think I'm crazy for doing this. I keep one of these. This is a small legal pad. You don't have to have a legal pad, but you have to have something, because you can't write down a goal on a Post-it note. I guess Grant Cardone said, if all you got is a Post-it note, put it on a Post-it note. And there's actually some business development authors who believe in putting goals on a Post-it note and putting it on the mirror, on the bathroom mirror. David Goggins, he's a Navy SEAL. He wrote a book. It's pretty amazing. You gotta check it out. It's called Can't Hurt Me. But the way he changed his life is he put a note on his mirror every day to remind him what his goal for that day was. And sometimes those notes would, they would start getting legs. They'd cover up the entire mirror. But the point is, write down your goals every day. Because if you're not writing down your goals, the first thing you do every morning, that's just a wish. Right? Might as well throw it away. Because If it's a goal without a deadline, it's a wish. So that's one way to get rid of distractions that I have found. I have my 3, 5, and 10-year plan on my goals list, and I write it twice a day. Not once a day, twice a day. It doesn't have to be in every minute detail, right? It just needs to be the 10,000-foot view, the 20,000-foot view. Where do you want to be in 10 years? How physically fit do you want to be? What kind of financial security do you want to have? What kind of parent do you want to be? What husband, father, pastor in your church, leader in your community? Those are the goals, the big goals. Jeff and I talked about this offline the other day, right?
Yeah.
They talk about big, hairy, audacious goals, right? The goals that are so big, they wake you up in the middle of the night. You're so excited to get to them. Another way to get rid of distraction, I got an even bigger to-do list. This is my daily to-do list that I fill out when I get to the office. Okay, and I know you probably can't see it online, but here's the deal. I like whiteboards, but we can't do whiteboards on. So you got task number 1, task number 2, task number 3. That's about all your brain can handle in the day. 3 really big tasks, right? Yeah. You're going to take care of 3 client needs, and then you need to start thinking about what is on the calendar, right? So over here in this little box, I talk about the calendar. These are all the phone calls that I got to make in the day. 9 o'clock Zoom call, noon Rotary call, 1 o'clock American Legion, right? You just check those off. You just get that out of the junk box. Another thing that I find extremely helpful is to think about the things that I get to enjoy. You know, I like to walk down the hill with my children and go to the park. I think that's a blessing. That gives me gratitude every day. That's one of the things that I look forward to daily, and it helps me to think about those things that I get to enjoy. It doesn't matter what it is. Coffee at Dunkin' Donuts, going and making an espresso in your kitchen, whatever that might be, that little moment of zen, write that down. Be grateful for it. Think about things that if you could get, we were just at a golf tournament supporting the American Legion. Here's another way to get distraction out of your mind, out of your life. If you could get today back, what would you do? Write that down. Would it be going and getting the guitars out and having a jam session with little Devil Club? Would it be taking your kids with the four-wheelers and going and getting muddy or sandy with you, Doc, and Rochelle Rannigan? Like, what would you do if you could get that day back? That's a way to help your mind think about the things you're grateful for and focus on the work. And then write down your to-do list, man. Get the. How many people got a drawer at home full of screws, little bitty hammers and screwdrivers?
Doggone junk drawer.
They probably got some soy sauce from General Cho's Chicken, right? You got all these little plastic silverware setups from. You got a junk drawer. Get that out of your mind, right? Get it down on a piece of paper, right? Your to-do list is the junk drawer of your mind. Write it down every day. And then start checking those little things. You get your big 1, 2, 3 tasks, and then start working on the junk drawer. Now, and I know I'm going on. Stop watching the news. You know who you're going to vote for.
Okay, we're not getting into that. I'm going to cut you off right there.
Itself, if you stop watching the news.
Yeah, leave it at that. So here's the thing, right, is I 100% agree with Casey, and this is something I know for a fact Doc does. Look, the bottom line to that little section of what we're discussing here is start your day understanding what you need to do for that day. And it's very simple. Yellow pad, paper pad, whatever it is, write down everything because you're going to get, you know what, I call it a win. Got that from our boy Stephen Colin. I get a win every time I check something off that list. My inbox is empty and my task list is checked off. Man, I'm going to play some Call of Duty now or whatever it is I'm going to do. So this kind of ties in, Doc, to the next thing, which I think you can speak on very highly, is site alignment and site picture, right? Focusing on, in Q4, what you want to focus on is the high-value targets. You want to make sure that you go back and you talk to yourself and you sit down with your past leads and you want to focus on the high-value targets. What is that? explain that to us, Doc.
So I can tap on that in 3 different areas of my life right now that pertain to business. In quarter 4, and a high client doesn't also always have to mean client per se. So when I think, what is a high yield return, right? What is a high yield return? Maybe a better way for me to look at it right now. And what I mean by that is we do take a roofing client that's been on the fence, that knows that they're selling their home. We provided an estimate, but we did it back in June or July. It's now time to follow up. It's now time to contact them. It's now time to remind those clients that we did a great job for those referrals, build our pipeline, finish strong. If you're 75% done with your monetary goal, with your money goal, your capital goal for the year, you need to close out with making a 50% more so that you can break your goal. So if your goal is $100,000 at the end of 2020 and you're at 90, we need to close out at 125. Or if you're at 60, you better start pumping it up. You know what I'm saying? Look and see where you're at right now. What was your goal in 2020? Where are you at right now at the end of the 3rd quarter, and fucking start making up the phone calls?
Well, the biggest thing here, what I want to touch on, and a little bit of the research that I did, I really want to hit on this point right now. When I say focus on high value targets, I'm not putting necessarily a monetary value on that. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about the decision makers. If you look at every business in quarter 4, who is at the helm making sure Q1 2021 starts out strong? It's the decision makers. Go back and look at the people that you thought you could have closed, but maybe they decided not to, plans changed or whatever, and go through your list and really dig through that list. And you see it on the screen. Warm up the cold leads and close the warm leads. So just because I had a meeting with John Smith back in June and I didn't hear back from him doesn't mean that he went with another company. That could mean things went differently in his home life or his business or whatever. Maybe he didn't have the expendable income at that point. Or like Doc said, maybe he wasn't ready to sell his house. Go back, look through your leads, find the leads, and start closing the warm leads and then warm up the cold leads, which just means, Doc always says it, no doesn't mean no. No means not right now, right?
Absolutely.
That's exactly what I want you guys to focus on, is go through your leads and make sure you're looking at those. Casey, put it in perspective for us when we're talking about reconnecting with warm and cold leads in your industry. How would that help you?
Well, I mean, one thing that you got to remember is you never really know when that chain is going to be broken or not. Or
speak up, Casey.
Sorry, guys, I'm trying to
speak up. Just speak up.
He's got the Air Force voice going on right now.
There's not feedback, so apologize. But when you're talking about leads, you know, one thing we don't get to do in my business is we don't get to cold call. That is something you're not allowed to do under our rules of professional and disciplinary conduct.
That's a funny cold call. Hey, did you get in trouble?
Yeah, you get in trouble for that. You're not allowed to cold call. So, you know, that's one of the reasons why I love doing fundraising for charities, because it is the only time in my profession that I get to do any cold call. But the thing about it is, you need to connect with your clients. I was listening to an industry leader, a builder, an innovator, an entrepreneur, and one of the things that he was coaching was that, I heard this many, many years ago from a really brilliant attorney. And he's like, you need to write 10 pieces of actual mail, not an email where you're clicking and clacking, right? You need to write 10 notes to your clients and former clients, whatever that may be, every day. Now that's a high order, right? That is a lot. Yeah. When's the last time you wrote 10 sentences? Probably rare. Most of us are communicating via smartphone with our thumbs. We're communicating on laptops. So actually busting out the pen and ink well and sending 10 postcards. This is something also that, if memory serves, Peyton Manning used to do, to communicate, to keep relationships going. So that way they get something.
It's like human touch. Right. Bringing back to human touch.
Right. It's a different connection level, but it's also to let them know that they are valued, that they are appreciated, and that for whatever part of your business space or your personal space they were appreciated, right? You know, that relationship has closed, right? They don't need your service anymore. Doc, you fixed their roof. You know, Jeff, you fixed that house. You made that house a dream AV setup. They don't need you until technology takes another world-changing leap in 5 or 10 years. Doc, they don't need you till the next big hurricane, big rainstorm, big hailstorm. They don't need me until the next big family law case, business and litigation matter, criminal defense matter. So they're not going to. But the fact that you're recognizing that for a moment in time, that they were a big part of your team, they were a big part of your business, and that relationship is valued more than the dollars that exchange hand for goods and services. So that's
I love that, man, because, you know, on our agenda here, I didn't even really have that. That's why I love the synergy that we have here. I didn't even have that gratitude aspect here, which is a huge pillar in my life, right? But you're absolutely spot on there. Let's add that as another topic here, which you've discussed, but go back while you're warming up the cold leads and you're closing the warm leads. Keep in mind that gratitude list. Pick 10, 15, 20 clients that really made an impact to you, because all clients are important, but there's a few clients that really make an impact to your business. I know I can tell you 3 off the top of my head that changed my business this year without question. So that's great. Great point, Casey.
It's time of year, right? Tis is to be given. Give back. The reward factor of giving is something I can't explain. It just makes you feel good all the way around to be able to share success as a whole. Because if it wasn't for those outstanding clients that said, yeah, call Ashmore and Ashmore, call Black Level, call Cook Landscaping, call freaking Chad Jackman, call this company. I mean, if it wasn't for that love that is so freely shared, small businesses like ours would struggle even more.
Yeah. So with that being said, we do have some larger businesses in here with sales teams, with people that go out and actually push the sales. I mean, you have a guy that does sales for you, Casey. I'm sure people are doing sales in some aspect for you guys. Here's another point I want to drive home to you. If you're a small business, medium business, whatever it may be, and you have a sales team, if you're not thinking about incentivizing upselling, and I'm not saying go out there and be the crazy sales guy, that the annoying sales guy, no one likes that. So if that's you, no one likes you. I'm just going to say it out right now. But what I'm talking about is incentivizing and the upsells for your team, which means you want to give them some reason to go the extra mile for your business in Q4, whether that's a bundle discount or create sales contests within your team. Just be humble about it. You don't want to be that pushy salesperson, but if you're able to sit down with your team and create a plan that allows them a little bit of freedom to upsell. I know some people are like, no, just sell this, this, and this. If you're capping your salespeople off because you don't trust them, maybe we need to have another discussion on that. But upselling right now is a great time of year. Guys, think about what's coming up in the next 90 days. What's the first thing that you thought of right now?
Christmas.
Yeah.
Right?
Christmas.
And in my industry, dude, it's game on, right? TV, speakers, theaters, blah, blah, blah. But that's not just in the entertainment world. That's with everybody. You know, while you're doing a roof, can you do certain other things to upsell? Can you do this? Just keep that in the back of your mind that you want to push the momentum with your upselling and your team that springboards you into Q1, right, Doc?
So I want to cap on that because that's huge. And I've done that on 2 facets of the operations, right? And so what I've done is we do add value. I don't like to call it upsell. I like to call it increased value.
There you go. Okay.
Like you said, nobody wants to be upsold. Like, get the fuck out of here, right? If you want my money, because I'm a firm believer that my money is in your pocket. What do I need to do to get my money out of your pocket, right? I need you to provide value, honesty, transparency, reliability, right? We need those core things to be able to close a deal in a sale. So a huge thing in the industry that I'm in now are people are leaning more and more towards metal roofing systems, higher impact resistant shingles, wind resistant, right? So all of these things are value. So when we do file a claim with somebody, I tell my sales rep, hey, look, if you can upsell these guys or create more value with the money that they're already spending, I'll give you X more amount of commission on that deal, right? So that's that incentive. So then it's real easy over the quarter, the fourth quarter. Now comes Christmas. I love to give bonus checks. I don't know about you guys, but I love to give shit away. My wife hates me for it, but I love to do it. I love to give stuff to people that give a shit about making themselves successful.
Yeah.
To be rewarded. It is a love language. It's affirmation. We need it. We thrive on it, and we love it. So incentives to your team is huge, in my opinion.
So I do understand what you're saying when it comes to the word upsell, right? It's kind of like budget. Like when you ask a client, what's your budget? They're like, oh, this guy wants all my money. But for the people that are in that market, the salespeople, that's a good word for them. Upsell is a good word for them. Be tactful with it. Be, really mean what you're trying to do. Like Doc said, transparency is key. I will tell any client, this is my price. Here's all the numbers, whatever it is. So with that being said, create an upsell program or a value add program for your team, however you want to word that, but get them in the mindset of pushing hard through quarter four. So when Q1 comes, they're not really kickstarting again. They're kind of already in hustle mode.
Yeah, we're in full throttle. We're in motion. Absolutely. Yeah. We want to go into 2021 with energy, with wins from 2020. We want to grab it by the horns and keep it on the ground and keep trying. Absolutely.
So our next topic here. Go ahead, Casey. I know you got something.
On giving value, and that's one thing that we as the RVBA have. We struggle with. We want to make sure that we're giving all of our members value. The chamber, because of the coronavirus hoax-epidemic, have they have shuttered, or whatever you want to call it. I mean, there's an article for everything, and all I can tell right now is that we got to be careful so that our friends and neighbors can stay in business. But the point is, we add value. So I have dropped a link to an author called Donald Miller. It's in the comments. Okay, I'm going to do a share screen, and again, this is Donald Miller's work. And one thing that
I got you, Casey. I'll share it right now, brother. Hang on one second.
Hold on. I guess it's. So here's what we're doing, guys. I want to show you Mr. Miller's work product, if I can. There it is. Okay, Jeff's got it. Okay, so that productivity schedule was written by Mr. Donald Miller for one of his churches. Okay, Donald Miller is a business author. He is again, this is his copyrighted work product, and that's why we're giving full credit to it. But these are the kind of people that can help you leverage up to scale yourself, to be more disciplined. And again, we're not hoarders of information. We are miners and finders and sharers of information. And I would highly recommend that you subscribe to Donald Miller, buy his book, Building a Story Brand, especially if you're just new starting in business. Get yourself a copy of this, which I think comes free with the book. But Donald Miller also helps faith-based charities scale up, as well as small businesses. It's something near and dear to his heart. He started out as a Christian writer, became a New York Times bestseller, then became a business development writer. But like I said, that link will take you to some tools that you can actually use to help you develop discipline. And then, that's the whole point about gratitude, right? To lead with a servant's heart and to make sure we're giving more than we are getting.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, just to reiterate, Casey threw that link into the comments. So scroll back through them and find it and look at it, because this is something you can print out, and this is something you can implement right now, today, tonight, tomorrow morning. You can print it out and start using it. I love how you say we're miners and finders. I love that, because that's the whole reason what we're doing here. I want to pick one more topic here for you. I mean, we got a couple more to go through, but Casey, I want you to speak clearly and speak loud so we can hear you on this one. But we're going to call this next topic the autumn clean, right? We're going into fall, we're going into autumn, and the idea behind this is to clean up your admin act. Yeah. All of us right now, if I could take my camera off and show you my desk right now, I got papers all over the place. They're in an organized fashion, but do I truly need all of those?
I mean, it's a sign of genius, Jeff.
What's that?
A messy desk is a sign of genius.
Well, then I'm a freaking genius, brother. But on a real note, let's call it the autumn clean. Tell us what we can do when it comes down to like, you know, cleaning out to-do lists, getting rid of old job specs that you don't need, you know, the notes and the paperwork from clients that you've completed, the job's done, and maybe it was done in March, but it's still sitting right here, right? What can we do to clean our admin act up?
Well, you know, we have an obligation in our business to preserve client files for a certain period of time.
Okay.
So, but you know what's great about that? This is a great time to go to the storage unit. Okay. So one, you need to take a Saturday morning. Yeah, I know you'd rather be golfing or camping with the kids or, you know, jam session with Devil Pup out in the mud or the sand with the kiddos. Doc, it doesn't matter. You need to take that 45 minutes. You need to take that 1.5 hours. You need to go through and consolidate your old files, put everything you need to in the shred pile, and then, you know, take whatever else out that you must preserve to wherever you keep your important records, if you have to keep them, like we do. Now, one thing that I think is critical with Q4 is to take a reflection back, right? That autumn clean, you need to, in the Air Force, they call it a hot wash. We call it a post-mort in the legal profession, and, you know, a post-mortem examination, right? How did the victim die? What happened in that legal case? And then how do you make sure that either those results were great and you want to replicate them, right? So you come up with a workflow about how to replicate excellent legal work or whatever it is in your business profession, right? You got something just right. It was you know, it was like going to the Texas Rangers Stadium. You hit one over the bleacher wall, the fireworks and the jingle from the Natural comes on, right? You knocked it out of the park. How do you replicate that work? Well, if you're not examining how you're replicating good work, as well as examining, you know, doing the post-mort on something that you went sideways. What happened, right? With a fax pad, did the client have a meltdown? Did something go? Were you surprised in court? And how do you prevent that in the future, right? Yeah. How do you peel back those onions on that matter or on that job so you don't have that problem again? You turn that into a workflow. And by that, I mean you chart out A, B, C, D, chart it out. You really need to understand and you got to get close, in my opinion, to the people who helped you with the work or who did the work. Right? Yeah. You're a manager, you know, if you're a sole proprietor, you need to get close to yourself. Bill Belichick analyzes his work product and workflow every year. He terminates himself from the New England Patriots and makes himself reapply for that job at the end of every year to make sure he's committed to championship football. But he's also analyzing the workflows with all of his assistant coaches, with all of his assistant to assistant coaches, his quarterbacks coach, his linebackers coach, the trainers, everybody has to talk to Coach Bill about, you got to know what's going on with the people closest to the work to make sure you can either replicate excellent work and service, or you can eliminate surprises, eliminate bad work, bad service.
I think you're kind of pinpointing more on a reflection type. That's kind of the message I'm getting from what you're saying is more reflection, which is in our agenda. So we can kind of, you know, discuss that. But just let me kill this point right here. Q4 should be the time where you get rid of, obviously if you're in the legal field, you have a whole nother, paperwork to keep or whatever. But guys like Doc and I, who are hammering down nails and freaking grinding out work and, getting sweaty and stuff like that. If you got paperwork that's just cluttering your desk and it's not valuable paperwork to your business operations in the here, in the now, create a filing system to where you can always go back and look at that, but clean all this crap off your desk. Q4 is a time where we're cleaning our heads. We're focusing on driving through Q4. So when Q1 comes to 2021, like Doc said, dude, we're already flying 100 miles an hour. We're not just picking up the bike to run up the hill, right? So clean your mess up. Get to it. Don't wait on it. Do it this week. Don't even.
Big one.
A new huge clean thing that I do every year is outstanding invoices.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
That's
really,
huge.
how much money can we look back on and see who owes us, right? Because it's easily to overlook a $50, a $250 invoice, a $1,000 invoice, right? It's easy to overlook these invoices that get 90 to 120 to 6 months over. So if you don't have an accounts receivable and payable department, you better get one. You better figure out where your freaking money is, who owes what, and then look at your losses for that year and compare and understand your cash flow. This is when I look and take a deep dive into my paycheck, my pocketbook. So I'm getting ready for taxes in 2021. I understand it. Do I need to spend some more money? Did I make so much damn money in 2021 and 2020 on all these $10,000 Thursdays? Like, I need to buy a whole new damn truck. I may need to buy a building. Do I need to expense the right way? So don't miss out on understanding your cash flow, your accounts, cleaning up that, making sure you're tidied up. That is super, super important. It's tedious, monotonous, but it's your damn money.
Yeah, but it's all encompassed in that cleaning up your admin act, right?
Absolutely.
I'm glad you brought that up, Doc, because that is a big part of it, you know. So
that's what we're in it for.
Yeah, if you got a team of people that are doing your admin stuff, sit them down first thing next week and say, hey, we're doing the autumn clean, and rock it and just roll with it. Don't wait. The whole purpose of tonight is to tell you guys that Q4 is today.
Right now.
That means tomorrow we're in Q4 +1, right? So we're moving. So don't wait on some of these things we're giving you. We wanted to change it up tonight and really give you some tools to use. You know, start earlier. That's our next topic. Casey is huge on this. The guy is up at the crack of dawn before Jesus is awake. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I actually got an email from a client at 3:43 this morning. So something is in his head that he's either got massive anxiety or maybe he's grinding us. But here's the deal. Now's the time to put 110% into the last 3 months, 90 days of 2020. So if that means you want to just for 30 days, 60 days, however long you can manage it, get up an hour earlier. And if that means sit there with a cup of coffee or get on the elliptical, the treadmill, the Peloton, whatever it is, if that's quiet time for the kids, emails, get up earlier just for the next 90 days and suck it up and embrace the suck and push through Q4. What do y'all think about that?
No, I'm loving that. Go ahead and start creating your new habits. If you got a New Year's resolution, go ahead and start now, right? Because we want to fall forward, people. Yep. Autumn cleanup, fall forward. Okay, we don't want to fall backwards. We don't want to go back into poor mindset, poor thinking, poor doing. Compound all of the new habits that you've created this year as a small business owner, going into the next phase, the next year with some clarity, with some cleanliness, with some ideas, some focus and drive and commitment, and be honest, rigorously honest with your business. If you had a tough year, be honest with that shit. Understand that we get it. We know it's hard work. If you felt like 2020 kicked your ass and you failed, then it's all that more important to figure out what do we need to do to be different.
Yeah, but we never fail. We always learn. Casey, go ahead and jump in. I know you got something to say right here, brother. Unmic, unmute. You're muted.
Can you hear me?
Unmute yourself.
Well, I'm afraid of feedback.
How about that?
Mute you, Doc.
No, we're good. It's working.
Yeah, love it. I can hear you.
Okay, all right, here's the deal. COVID came in, just got back from South America. May have heard, got in a wreck, broke my back. I was thankful that the world slowed down a little bit. I felt like that was a blessing, and it was, because I needed to heal, right? You know, it's going to be a minute before I'm riding 3,000 miles across Mongolia next year. So I'm glad I got this year. But here's the deal. I relaxed a bit, right? I started letting the pace of the world dictate what I was going to do. I stopped getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning for the first time, and I can't remember when. I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I felt like, wow, I don't have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning because it doesn't matter when I get up. I'm still more disciplined than anyone else out there because they're sleeping in till 9, 10, 11, noon, whatever. I was the only person I know who was wearing a 3-piece suit coming into the office all by my damn self from March to June, right? But I was not going to take away that discipline. But you're absolutely right. I'm back on the 4 a.m. shift. right? I'm back looking for those free throws. Those free throws in the morning between 4 and 8 when everybody starts waking up. I've already been at work for 3 hours, you know, and that's a way to get that step forward, spring ahead, fall. I don't even know what the jargon is. I wish we could get rid of daylight savings time and just be up 110% all the time. But I did learn a lesson that as much as my body needed and appreciated those 2 extra hours of sleep a night, they weren't helping my business. And now that I'm back and I'm healed up, and thank God for that. And I every day, that is a blessing, right? That could have been so much worse. But back on the 4 a.m. shift, working on my free throws every morning and finding that extra hour to grind on my business, work on my physical fitness. Doc, I'm coming after you. You better eat your Wheaties. I'm just telling you, dog.
You're welcome anytime, Casey.
Man, I love it. Look, and I've made a commitment to myself for the next 90 days. I'm getting up an hour ahead before I was. And Doc, you said it perfectly, brother. You know, now's the time to create the habits. I think you might have just encompassed our entire discussion. The tools we're giving you, we want you to put them in place, but I think you might have just nailed it on the head. Q4 is now where you create those habits you can take into Q1 2021. And Doc is solid with that, man. I love that you said that. I think you just nailed it, brother.
I mean, habits are the foundation of people's success, right? When we develop a strong, healthy habit that's going to progress you forward, when the habits that you develop, you're able to do when nobody's looking, is huge. And I know sometimes people don't fully understand what I mean by that, but at any point in time in my life, I had poor habits that I had to make sure that if I acted on certain habits that was I going to be judged. So we're like, screw those old, bad, nasty habits out the door and create those healthy ones that you're proud of. That I'm proud of getting up at 5 a.m. and doing 10 push-ups. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So maybe by January 2021, it's 5 a.m. and I'm doing 50 push-ups.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So it's growth. It's developing the muscle memory, the attitude, the will. I mean, it's a total package. I started this thing called 75 Hard. I have failed every single day at that challenge. But the idea behind it is to read 10 pages of nonfiction, is to work out twice a day, drink more water, don't eat fast food 4 times a day. You know what I mean? Just those small freaking things that you just begin to take note of. And by the time 2021 comes in, you're healthier, you're stronger, your mental clarity is better, where our focus is better, and we just close out this bitch with a bang, right?
Well, here's the bottom line to it, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching this or you're rewatching this later on, it doesn't matter when you do it. If you pull out a calendar right now, we have 89 days left in this year. And you can go ahead and count about 2.5 weeks of those that are unproductive weeks. That's just a given in the business world. Christmas, New Year's, you know, Thanksgiving, the whole deal. So
a whole month of nothing to do.
I'm just going to go through these real quick and kind of tighten up the loose ends and just bullet points here. Fight the distractions. Stay clear in your mind. Sight alignment, sight picture. Focus on the decision makers. That's internally with your company and externally with other opportunities and clients. Drive, put in the upselling or value add to your sales team and put that into overdrive. Do the autumn clean up your admin act. And that's everything from miscellaneous papers down to your books. Doc, you nailed it there when you said go through outstanding invoices. Look, if you got outstanding invoices past 120 days and you've hired somebody to handle those outstanding invoices, there's obviously something keeping that client from paying you.
Yeah, where's the breakdown?
Where's the breakdown? Find it, fix it, secure it, and move on. Start earlier. Challenge yourself. If it's not an hour, 30 minutes. Start at 15. But don't be a sissy. Make it hard. Make it a challenge. Seriously. I do something easy, right? 15 minutes. Okay, well, I'm going to do 15 minutes, but you're just going to snooze through that shit. Wake up an hour earlier and get motivated and get working. Yeah. We want to motivate you guys. Q4 is the time to win.
Have those SMART goals.
That's exactly right. And then the last thing we'll just briefly touch on here is reflection. Casey was talking about it a little bit more. You want to reflect. Take a step back. We're all going to do it individually we're actually going to be doing it this Saturday as an RVBA leadership. We're going to have our reflection meeting, and we're going to take a look at what we did Q1 through 3, and we're going to make Q4 the best quarter we've had yet. Right?
Yeah, so we're going to do exactly what we're talking about tonight.
Exactly.
We're going to implement what we are discussing tonight in the RVBA. We are standing here right now, calling ourselves out, challenging ourselves to practice what we preach.
Exactly.
We want to show you, the RVBA member, the patriot, that listen, we all have other shit going on. We all have businesses that we run, but we are going to focus on Q4, the RVBA, over the next 90 days, and we're going to scale this bitch so that we can show and prove to everybody listening that what we're talking about is real. It's fucking real.
Can I get real quick?
Yeah.
All right, look, I know we're running out of time, so thank you. Jeff, you just popped something in my head. There are 68 work days left till the end of the year. Thanksgiving week, you're going to be going home to mama for dry ass turkey. You know it. I know it. Right? Christmas, week after Christmas, New Year's, you're going to be watching college football, NFL playoff, whatever you're going to be watching. You're out. It doesn't matter if you're on, your staff is out. Did you know that General Motors and Ford shut down from the 22nd of December to the 3rd or 4th of January every year because they just don't get any productivity? They know to shut down. People are checked out, okay? 510 hours left to work in the year. That's 21 total days. The reason why –
Wait, let me stop you right there.
Wait.
21 days?
510 hours is 21 days.
Wow.
Right? So just think it's just 510 equals 21 24-hour days. It's literally 68 days, but there's only about 7.5 hours per work day. You're going to eat lunch. You're going to have a distraction from club, life, whatever, right? So 7.5 hours a day, 510 hours, that's 21 days. 21 days till the end of the year. What are you going to do? Here's another thing that I've been reflecting on, right? We're talking about reflection, autumn cleanup. You got goals that you set. You got your little checklist. Where's my daily checklist? I don't even remember where it is, right? I was talking to you guys about this thing. The easy stuff on this checklist always seems to roll to the next checklist. Here's the reason why. Because I am not compelled to do it because the goal isn't big enough. You got to set those big, hairy, audacious goals big enough to where you're waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get after them, right? To where you're chasing those goals. And I don't know, everybody's goals are different, right? You don't have to ride a bike across Mongolia or something crazy like that. But you got to make a goal big enough that it's going to excite you. It's going to set your soul on fire because that's what's going to get you up at 4 o'clock in the morning, that hour early to work on your free throw.
Yeah, set yourself up. You look, guys, the bottom line to it is make every single day count from here till January 1st, 2021. Go back, listen to this again. And I know we had a little bit of audio issues here, but if you miss something or you want to re-engage on something, we're all here. That we've said it every week. If you catch something here that you're like, hey, that's a red flag, I need to call and talk to somebody a little bit more or whatever it is, hit us up and let us know, because I'm telling you right now, and I love that Doc said this, we are setting ourselves up to be held accountable for the RVBA. That's why we are meeting Saturday. We're holding each other accountable, and we're going to push through Q4 like no one's seen before. So for you guys out there that are struggling, you're having problems in business, look around in your circle. See who you're hanging with. See who is a winner. See who may be dragging your business down. If that's an employee, if that's a person that is in your circle. The bottom line to all of this discussion tonight is it's time to get to work. If you haven't gotten to work in Q1 to Q3, now's the time. You can still win, you can still succeed, and you can still call yourself successful. Casey and I were talking today. He shared with me something. You do not have to be a 50-person company with multiple $1 million coming in revenue to be a successful business. That hit me like a ton of bricks, because there are some days where I go, am I successful? Well, today I don't feel that way, because you know what? I'm a small business and I'm kicking ass. So run with it. You guys got any closing statements?
Yeah, I do, man. If anybody out there that wants to help take the RVBA to the next level in 21, please get a hold of us. We want you to be a part of it. We got huge ideas, huge vision.
Yeah.
We want you guys to be a part of it. We want to be able to take from your strengths and share it with those around us. We want to learn from you. We want your ideas. We want you guys to be as much of this group as we are. Okay. Like we said it 1,000 times. This isn't for us. It's for all of us.
Yes.
So if you want to be a part, be about it. Let's do it. Create that new habit. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Help us grow so that you can grow too.
Just know if you jump in this circle, it's a lion's den.
That's right. Don't come in and be a fuck around guy.
So I dropped my cell phone number into the feed, and we got a call from a young veteran patriot business owner yesterday, and she watched last week's video. And you know, guys, I'm just gonna apologize. Sometimes those Facebook messages, you send a direct message to the RVBA, and it gets lost in the ether for a few days, but we will find it and we will mine it and we will get back to you. And I also want to thank Jamie Bonetto, who is an RVBA member, prospect. He came down all the way from North Texas. I think he lives up on the Red River. No, I'm just kidding, Jamie. Just giving you a little bit. But Jamie is a contributor. He came down to an American Legion event. He came to participate in these RVBA calls, and he's also asked me to share with you Rocket Book on Amazon. It's a notebook, a day planner, an organizer, and he says it'll be the last notebook planner you will ever use. So look, if you're looking for a way to add discipline to your life, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. That's why I dropped the link to Donald Miller. Right? What Jamie's talking about, you can just get this on Amazon. You'll have it on, if you live close enough to the fulfillment center, you'll have it tonight at 5 o'clock. So anyway, get after it and start getting discipline for 2021. Thank you.
Yep. And this last 30 seconds or so, Casey, Doc, and my numbers have been up on the screen. We say it. Call, text, let us know. We are looking for people to help us join this movement. And I was serious when I said it. If you want to join, this is a lion's den. Don't come in here like a sheep. We're ready to rock, and we're going to put the fire to your ass. So if you want to get involved, we want serious people that really want to make an impact. With that being said, man, I love you guys to death. I appreciate everything you do. The RVBA is strong because I have you guys on my side, and I appreciate the hell out of you guys. To all of the veterans and the patriots that are members, we love you guys. We appreciate everything. We got some big things coming up, and I'll go ahead and share this with you, and I'll make it public. We are setting our first back to in-person meeting October 21st, I think it is. That's the third Wednesday of this month. Thursday. It's going to be a little bit, or Wednesday, excuse me.
Thursday.
No, it's because we were three. We'll put the details out, but
Wednesday it is.
We're working on bringing back a meeting. It's going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be your like hangout and just BS and whatever. We're going to bring some value. We're going to bring a speaker. We're going to do about 10 or 15 minutes of some value-packed knowledge, and then we can mingle and do what we need to do. But hey, boys, tomorrow's Friday. I love you guys to death. I appreciate everything you do. Y'all go kill it tomorrow, boys.
Outstanding. Great job this evening. Y'all be good at it.
Get some.
Semper Paratus.
Semper Fi.